when you want to configure a Linux server as a DNS, go on to the racks. So go on to this PC, management PC or management PC. Yes. So technically, if you want to configure the Linux server, there are few steps. For suppose if you see here, first you'll have to configure the host name on the device, and that host name should be a fully qualified domain name. Then you'll have to verify whether a static IP is given over the device or not. So I mean, whatever the Linux box you are actually wanted to install or bind, on that you'll have to verify whether the static IP is given or not. And then you'll have to get bind9 and bind9 utilities packages installed. So actually your bind9 is a utility or a tool which you can make use of, and you can install the DNS over the Linux boxes, Windows boxes, whatever. So bind9 is the utility tool which you will use in order to install the DNS, or if you want to configure the domains, zones, whatever the files you wanted. So first you'll have to make sure that this is updated or not, and then create zones in name.conf.local. What are the zones you wanted? For suppose as Prashant told, forward, reverse, and then copy the db.local to zone files that you have created. Edit the zone files and check the configuration is correct or not. So from the theory point of view, it will be very easy, but when we speak about step-by-step process, so on one of the servers, I have already pre-configured all these. So first I'll show you that, and then we will see how do we configure a Linux server. So first let us go on to server 1, which I have configured everything full-fledged. Yes. So and again, I hope you know the username and password for this. So username will be root, and the password will be UNINETS@123. So basically your all DNS files will be stored within Linux box in cd/etc directory and under bind. So first get onto the bind. How will you get onto the bind? Open the directory etc and the bind, and you will enter into that bind directory. And once you give ls, so these are all the different files that you will use. So technically we will be mainly concentrating on this db.local, within which you will have zone file template. And other than this, you will have a name.conf.local file, within which you will have template to create the zones. So technically first we will create the zones. Within this, I mean, we will define the zones, not create, we will define the zones using this file name.conf.local. Within this file, we will define the zones, and then we will create the zones using this db.local, and we will edit that zone files we have created with the resource records, whatever we need. So technically speaking, according to our knowledge, we will use mostly the db.local file and the name.conf.local file. And using this db.local, we have created the zones. And for you see here, if I have created here two zones, one will be forward.fi-test1.com and the other is reverse.fi-test1.com. So what else? When we speak about this, technically all your DNS files will be stored within this bind. So first let us see each and every file. And again, I'm not showing you the configuration. I'm showing you how does each and every component look like. Then we'll get into in detail. So first is your db.local. So use keyword more db.local. And when you see here, first you are having SOA record. So this will be your domain name. And here these will be your parameters. And then you have the very next record you have is NS record, NS, name server record. Where here again you will mention the domain name. And then we have A records and quad A records. So this is some template which will define how does actually very basic zone file should look like. And when you see how do I actually configure, if you want to see that more.forward.fi-test1.com. So on all the servers, technically I have defined fi-test1.com domain. And if it is server 1, it will have server1.fi-test1.com as a fully qualified domain name. And under this forward.fi-test1.com zone, I have www.fi-test1.com, xyz, xyz.fi-test1.com or abc.fi-test1.com. So these are all my A records. And I have also created one host level and server1 server1.fi-test1.com. And in the same way, you will also have reverse as well, within which you will have the pointer records, where your pointer records will map in opposite direction. Basically, your A records will map your domain name to IP address, but your pointer records will map IP to domain. So that's the meaning of the pointer records. So again, here also you will have the within this zone also you will have SOA record first, then you will have an NS record, and then you'll have pointer record which will map this particular host to the IP. And then you'll mention A records, and then again you'll mention the pointer records in opposite direction. And if you see the named.conf.local file, so this is what here this is where I have actually pointed my zones, fi-test1.com, which will be my forward, which is pointing to forward.fi-test1.com domain, and one is reverse zone, which is pointing to reverse.fi-test1.com. So this is how your when I have configured, this is how it looks like. And if you want to see the default zones, you can give here the named.conf.default zones, and you can see here. So here is an example. So you can make use of this template as well to modify the zones. So first you will give the zone, and then within this you will mention the what is the domain name. Then you will mention the what is the type of server is it, whether it is a master or slave, and then you will tell the file for these particular domain name what are the A records we have, under what file do we, what is the path under which we have that file. And this will be again your reverse, and here it will be your file. So like this you can create multiple zones. And now if you see, if I try to ping or if I try to dig on first server 1 dot fi-test1.com, I am receiving one answer. So actually we have initiated one query, and for that query we have received one answer, and the answer says that server1.fi-test1.com, and answer for that question is 10.1.12.1. This is the IP address. If I generate for www.fi-test1.com, I can see. So you have got, we have sent one query, for that we have got one answer, and we have got one authority name server IP and two additional resource records. Answer is 1.1.1.1, and authoritative name server is server1.fi-test1.com, and additional we have again 10.1.12.1, and for which means that if further if you have any other request for this www.fi-test1.com, you can directly contact on 10.1.12.1.